11th Target Series race of the 11th season heads to the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama for the running of the NR2003. On the pole for today's race, last season's champion Brett Sear, the 48, beside in second the 04 of John Smith. Then in third place we have Eric Olson, fourth it is Code Red, and we're out the top 5, Landon Lyons in the 92. Starting in 6th, we have Alex Turner, 7th place Evan Hunter, Roman Fenway in 8th, 9th place Adam McDowell, 1 year last season in the Target Series, and we're out the top 10, Max Anderson in the 23. Back behind the Sebastian Kukulon, inside of him, Luke Rainey, the 88, comes in as the points leader. Then we have Justin Zidell in the 30 and the 8th of Eli Bright. Then there's Sebastian Dupain in second in the points, Bronson Minnick 4 behind Luke Rainey's points lead. Then there's Jose Mills and Zachary DeLello in the 24, with Michael Gregory and Alex Fletcher the 41, Jake Richardson 17, and Jay Jefferson Rockingham UK winner. Then we have Jennifer Beeford and Riley Spurley-Tube in the 9. Trey Renning riding away from momentum from that All-Star victory, looking to win his first Target Series race of the season. Outside of him, the 55 of Colton Yo. Then there's Daniel Lloyd, the 10, and the 22 of Levi Shones comes in inside the top 5 in the points. Then we have Madison Tall and Casey Nanico, DJ Reed, Jake Galloway, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. up there in the points, and Mathis Wells, Taylor Ryan Price, Tommy Fletcher Jr., Jeff Bright, Anthony Hernandez, Mason Baskers, and Landon Dinkins. In the final row, 41st Keyshawn Richardson, 42nd is the 2 of Colin Teague. Once again joined up in the booth by Trey Barrow. Trey, this is the start of the Superspeedway swing in the Target Series 3 back-to-back Superspeedway races, Talladega, Pensacola, Daytona. What do you expect to see out of this first one here at the Talladega Superspeedway?
Well, you know the legend of Talladega. It's very unpredictable here. Very fast speeds. One of the widest racetracks we go to. You can sometimes see 4, possibly even 5 wides here at occasions. So, I mean, you know, we're going to see some fast action. The adrenaline's going to be pumping in these drivers today. So, you know, I think we're going to have a very interesting one on our hands.
Yeah, we're going to see pack racing 3 and maybe even sometimes 4 wide at this racetrack. It's wide enough to handle that 4 wide. We'll see if they can make it work for all 17 laps here in the NR2003. Let's go on track side for the most famous words in motorsports.
Are you ready? Drivers, start your engine!
42 engines fired up and rolling here at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama for the 11th Target Series race of the season. Last season, this race was dominated by the 66 of Casey Nanico, who led 11 of the 17 laps, but finished 42nd. The reason being a tire issue from the race lead, putting the 66 out of the running. After that race, after only 3 lead changes in 17 laps, Target Series officials changed the plate package that was brought this season to Talladega. Bigger holes in the plates, allowing bigger air to get into the engine, allowing more horsepower to be produced. We're going to see faster speeds. Last season, they could barely get up to 195. If that, this season, we're going to be speeds at about 200 miles an hour, faster closing rates, higher speeds, and possibly more passing for the race win. Brett Sear, 48, last season's champion, looking for his first victory of the season on the front row. John Smith joins him to the outside as we come down into the Tri-Oval start-finish line. Way down heading into turn 1. There's the restart zone. Sierra steps on the gas, and we're green flag racing at the Talladega Superspeedway.
Already you can see that Brett Sear has cleared himself out front there. On the start there, Code Red went all the way to the top side, was probably seeing if he could try to make it 3 wide for the lead before even the first corner there, but he had no help with him, so you can see he's starting to fall back. But Brett Sear, like I said, was able to clear himself onto the backstretch. Now he's going to do whatever he can to stay out front.
Already fanning out 3 wide here at the Talladega Superspeedway as we get up to speed. Takes a lap for these drivers to get up to full song because of the restrictor plates on the engines. Brett Sear leads in the 48, looking to lead the first lap for 5 bonus points. Eric Olson with a nice run with the push from Evan Hunter as they race off turn number 4. Sear to protect the top off Olson. Now to the bottom goes Evan Hunter. Even lower goes the 38 of Adam McDowell. Won here last season, driving number 20, this time the 38. As he's moving to second behind Brett Sear, leads the first lap from pole position. And our points leader Luke Rainey looks 4 wide for second, entering turn 1, and maybe give a bump to the 30 of McDowell up the racetrack. Luke Rainey to second place behind teammate Brett Sear.
Yeah, Luke Rainey is going to try to get the win here today to try to grow his points lead. He's only ahead of 4 points behind second place, which if I remember correctly, that is Bronson Minnick there. So Luke's going to try to get his best finish here to try his best to grow the points lead like we've been saying. And I believe if I look a couple cars back behind Luke, here comes his brother Trey Rainey as well, going to try to keep the momentum going.
Trey Rainey right behind Jay Jefferson won last race at the Rockingham Motor Speedway over in the United Kingdom. Now they'll look 3 wide entering the Tribal. Luke Rainey to protect the middle lane off Sebastian Dupain. Fletcher holding the bottom. Rainey's going to come around and lead the second lap of the Aaron's 300. 5 bonus points there towards the points lead that he has already. Alex Fletcher trying to get bottom lane, but the 88 blocks him off. Behind 4 wide goes Daniel Lloyd, putting his teammate Trey Rainey to the middle of that 4 wide. As there are now multiple rows of 4 wide in this pack, they can handle that. It's when they start getting shoving together, and 5 wide when we could see disaster strike. Danny Lloyd push from behind. That's Jake Galloway, the 20. Now Jake moves out of line 3 wide. Riley Sprito, I thought was going to go with them, but to the inside, even lower goes the 47 of Madison Tall. They're looking 4 wide everywhere in this main pack. We're only 3 laps into it. Already getting aggressive at the front of this field.
Yeah, that's what you expect here at Talladega. Like we've been saying, it's a very wide racetrack, so you're able to make bigger moves than you would be able to, say, at like Daytona, where it's a lot more narrower. But as you can see, the top 2, possibly even 3 here, have been single filed out. Jake Galloway definitely wants to try to get redemption here from last race at Rockingham, where he was very strong all day until that caution came out. Then once that caution came out, he just kind of fell back here, so he would definitely like to try to get some redemption from that one.
Front 4 trying to get clear in single file to make a move on the 88 of Luke Rainey. Riley Sprue to break slow before Jake Galloway does, and that's going to ruin the run that they had. Now Sprue to for second place down the back straightaway, but no help down low with them. The outside lands the help. Jake Galloway got pushed back clear of the 9 entering turn number 3. He'll keep the second position. Hunter goes low with Riley Sprue to trying to give him some help and get up to that 20, then get by the 88 of Luke Rainey. A few cars back of these drivers. Jeff Brett, the 5, another junior motorsports car, coming to the front. His teammate Luke Rainey leads. Jeff Bright right now in second. We're going to get forced middle of 3. Here comes the 16 of Mathis Wells. Moving out of line 3 wide, that's for 5th position. At the front, Luke Rainey continues to lead. Jake Galloway right behind him in second, looking for some help to get around that 88 car.
Yeah, it seems like here at the moment, the front 2 probably have, seems like they're working the best together. They've been out front here for a little bit now. Evan Hunter is going to try to join them, try to make it possibly a 3-car race here. They might even start to pull away. You never know here, but Evan's going to dive low. Jake's going to stay with the 88 of Luke here. So it seems like these 2, I know they're good friends, so they're going to try to make it work here today.
And why not ride single file if you can, and then try and pull away and keep yourselves at the front 2. If that's not going to work for Jake Galloway, it worked for Luke Rainey, but Galloway shuffled high by Evan Hunter, the 64s. Hunter moves to second. Behind them, they are looking 5 wide. They're going to sort back to 4. Nanico got clear of that to get in line. 3 wide to the bottom goes the 2 of Colin Teague. That's for second position. Behind him, Taylor Brian Price, and the 77 also coming forward to Tommy Fletcher Jr. They'll be 4 wide at the exit of the Tribal entering turn number 1. They're getting aggressive at the front of the field, trying to get by the 88 of Luke Rainey. He's led the most laps so far. He's led all but the first lap of this race. Taylor Brian Price is second, Fletcher Jr. for third. As the race off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, Price trying to get to the back of that 88 to make a move, but the 77 made a move first and gets underneath for second position. Mason Basker's low with the 77 as well.
Yeah, that was a pretty scary moment there. I would say for Luke, if anything, 4 wide right behind him for second. You never know what lane to block in that situation there, but because you can see he's still out front here with the 77 of Fletcher Jr. pushing him, with the 19 of Baskers there trying to find a way around the 77 and possibly try to challenge Luke here next. These guys are very racy here this early in the race. Oh, I guess it's more nearing halfway here at the moment, but these guys all want to try to get past Luke here soon.
There they go at the back of the field. There's a crash. Eric Olson involved. John Smith, Trey Rainey, Dupain, Adam McDowell, last season's winner here. 18 involved, 33. It's about 5-6 cars involved at the back of the field. Colton may have gotten away with it. Caution is out for the first time at the Talladega Superspeedway, and we're 3 wide racing it back around. Rainey shuffled out 3 wide. To the bottom goes Sebastian Kukul on the 00. Landon Lyons with them. Keyshawn Merchant as well as Rainey's going to fall outside the top 5 now as they shuffled him 3 wide up top, coming back around to the first caution flag of the Aaron's 300. It's going to be Sebastian Kukul to lead the back around. 10 laps to go. 3 wide for second. Lyons, Keyshawn Merchant, Alex Fletcher back around. Kukulon back in front. Lyons will be second. Fletcher third. Early caution flag here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Happened further back in the field. About 5-6 cars involved. Trey Rainey, the All-Star winner in the Gatorade Cup Series. His car is junk. Jennifer Buford has some damage. Dupain has side damage. John Smith outside pole sitter. And the big damage to Eric Olson as he is on pit road with a ton of damage from the 25. Early yellow flag here in the Aaron's 300. Let's go see what happened. 5 wide racing off into turn number 1. Eric Olson shoving into Zachary Fitzwater Sr. It's going to get a little close entering turn number 1. Olsen trying to stay off the 40 and trying to stay off the 59 at the same time, but they're going to make some contact. Fitzwater and Olsen do down to John Smith up the racetrack. Olsen into Trey Rainey hard. Sebastian Dupain also there. 38 at McDowell. Look at Colton Yeo get low and get by right there. Dupain comes off the wall into the 18 of Jennifer Buford. At McDowell trying to get away from it. He has to slide down the banking and nowhere to go into the side of the 33 and then also into the back of the 18. Some drivers that were right behind the crash though did a great job missing it. Jay Jefferson last race winner at Rockingham UK got around, and so did pole sitter Brett Sierra. They were right behind it and they got low and got by.
Yeah, luckily for these guys, you know, if you're entering a corner and you wreck, usually car's going to go up the track here. So your best bet is to try to dive low, try to get past it as quick as you can. But as you saw there, you know, 4 wide, we can get away with that. But like, you know, sometimes a 5 wide there, it's just a little too close for comfort there. It ended up costing a couple of drivers their day.
6 cars involved in the crash. A few are going to be retired from it. Sebastian Kukulan loving it. He's out front in the R11 at the Talladega Superspeedway. 8 laps to go here at the Talladega Superspeedway when we take the green flag. Sebastian Kukulan leading them back to yellow. He's currently out in front. 2 cars out. Trey Rainey, who's already down 42nd in the points, is going to finish 42nd here today. And Eric Olson also out in the 25. We have 40 cars left running. Last of them, Jennifer Buford, Sebastian Dupain, John Smith, and McDowell. They have some damage on their race cars. So it's currently Sebastian Kukulan in the race lead. Landon Lyons in second. Alex Fletcher, Keyshawn Richardson, and DJ Reed. They have Mason Baskers, Alex Turner, Bronson Minnick, Landon Dinkins, and Matt Wells in the top 10. Luke Reigns dominates today all the way back in 13th after getting shuffled up top 3 wide. We're back here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Pretty even jump for the front 4 at the front of the field.
You can see there, Alex Fletcher is going to dive below the 92 of Lyons there. Look who's in 4th place here. Started on the last row here at the beginning of the race. Keyshawn Richardson. Seems like, you know, he tends to start back there pretty often, but it never takes him very long to get right up front here and be a contender for this win. So he definitely knows how to manage through the field at pretty much any racetrack here. So we'll have to see what he's able to do as we enter 3 and 4.
Alex Fletcher wants the race lead. He's going to take it on the bottom lane. His nearest up is Keyshawn Richardson, then DJ Reed, the 99. DJ has the race sponsor on the hood of that race car, so a lot riding on line for him. He wants to win the R11 and the Aaron's machine. As they come off turn number 4, Fletcher is clear as he starts trying to get back up to full song with the restrictor plates on the engines. Keyshawn Richardson will clear to second. DJ Reed trying to get by teammate Kukulan to get to third as they're trying to chase down Alex Fletcher into turn number 1. 7 laps to go in the R11, looking 3 wide. Keyshawn Richardson will clear that. Behind them, Alex Turner makes a move on the 16 of Mathis Wells right behind him, and the 77 Tommy Fletcher Jr. as well.
Now that we are close to the end of this race and there's already been 1 caution, the question that's reigning now is these guys going to take it easier till we get to possibly 3 or 2 laps to go, or are they going to, you know, go full out like they were doing earlier in this race and possibly cause another one? That is probably the biggest question on everyone's mind.
And another question, will we catch lap traffic if it stays green? 6 green flag laps. We have some slower race cars out there like Ad McDowell and some others that were involved in that crash. Will we catch them? And if we do, what impact do they play in this race? Right now, the front 2 are separated. Alex Fletcher has a nice gap over Keyshawn Richardson. The 11 can't really close in on him because the 11 has no committed help. Everyone's kind of shuffling 3 wide behind him. He needs someone to get right behind him, give him that push, and stay clear with them to then make that move to the 41 of Fletcher. We'll see if Colin T can do it or if Anthony Nez can do it as they race off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The 2 at the 11 giving him a boost down the back straightaway. Right now, Fletcher's still holding that gap, though. That 41 looks pretty strong out in front.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see how strong that 41 is. I was expecting Keyshawn here to get a run with the 2 following up the racetrack to help him there. But, you know, as you were saying, the gap did not look like it was closing. It might be closing here a little bit, though, coming off of 4. So we'll have to see if Keyshawn has enough of a run to make a move here. But it looks like the gap's going to stay a decent amount apart again. So, you know, Alex Fletcher here, it might be one of the cars to beat here.
Yeah, maybe the strongest car here. You get the strong car out in front, it's pretty hard to pass them no matter what package you're using, no matter where you are. If you get that fastest race car out in front anywhere, it's going to pull away and try and dominate, even at a place where the pack can stay together like Talladega. Now Code Red going to try and do something, Keyshawn Richardson with them, and maybe it's not that 4-1 being shown strong. Maybe the 11's just not that great. As we mentioned, he started back of the pack. Is it possible that car is not as quick as some of these drivers around him, and now they're just trying to find a way to get by him to then close in on that 41? It's very possible. There, the 41 is just the strongest cars are coming around. 4 to go at the line. Can they get to Alex Fletcher and get by him? Here comes Pole Star Brett Sierra. No, his car is fast. We'll see if he can do anything at the front of the field.
Yeah, maybe Brett was playing a little bit of a strategy game. He looks like he's going to get put in the middle of 3 wide there as Madison Toll went to the bottom. But like I was saying, maybe Brett was playing a little bit of the strategy, trying to hang out at the back of the pack, wait for that wreck to happen. Like we saw him there right behind it when it did happen. He was able to get past it. Now he's back up front here, challenging for the lead. But behind Madison Toll is Eli Bright here. His dad won a couple races earlier this season. Now Eli's going to try to get up there with his dad with 1 win this season and try to, win here at Talladega.
Middle of 3 goes Eli Bright. To the inside goes the 10 of Danny Lloyd. Landon Dinkins just behind him. 24 of DeLello, 22 of Shones. Also coming to the inside, Shones comes in 3rd in the points, about 33 back of Luke Rainey's points. So we'll see if he can try and close in on that points lead that Luke Rainey has established. But it's still Alex Fletcher leading the way. 3 to go at the stripe. Can anyone get to the 41 and get by him? Can anyone get by the 11 of Keyshawn Richardson and then try and run the 41 down? It's those two at the front of the field as Dinkins moves to 3rd. Here comes Shones and others as they scramble behind into turn number 1, 4 wide.
Yeah, as you were saying, I think one of the main ways to get to the 41 is trying to get past Keyshawn here. It doesn't look like Keyshawn's able to get to the back of the 41, so maybe his car is a little bit weaker compared to the other ones, but it looks like Landon Dinkins here is actually going to get to the inside of Keyshawn Richardson if he's able to get there. Yes, he does get there, so this could open up a whole new door of, possible challenges for the leaders here.
Will this bring a challenge for Alex Fletcher as the race off turn number 4, coming around to 2 laps to go in the R11 at Talladega? It is time to make your moves, and Luke Rainey knows that. Dominated early on, lost the lead right before the first yellow flag came out. Now he's back up to 3rd, looking to challenge. He's going to get forced middle 3 by Mason Basker 19. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Can anyone get to Alex Fletcher? Can Landon Dinkins do it? He's right now in 2nd and closing the gap just a little bit, but he needs help from behind to make it work. But he is closer than the 11 ever was in this run.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of looks like no one's able to get a run on the 41 here of Alex Fletcher. It's kind of interesting to see that, but you can see the 19 is going to pull up to the back of the 6. He's actually going to dive low of the 6 here, maybe try and challenge Alex himself. It doesn't look like anyone has a car that could, possibly compete with him.
Mason Basker is a run off turn number 4, trying to keep that run, trying to use it. He's going to dive to the inside. Does Wells go with him? Wells going to go 3 wide, and they'll be 3 wide in the trial for the top spot. Coming around to the white flag, it's Mathis Wells and Mason Baskers that force the 41 aside, and lap traffic ahead will settle it. Last lap at Talladega, Mathis Wells leads, but 2 lap cars into turn number 1, and they're going to hit, and Fletcher around the outside.
That was not a very good move by Jennifer Buford there, almost wrecking in front of the pack, almost LePage the field there, but the only person thanking Buford right there is definitely Alex Fletcher here. He is gone. It is his lace to lose. Now is solid 10 car lengths on everyone else.
Alex Fletcher, though he has no draft, none of these drivers are up to speed back behind in turns 3 and 4. It's going to be a distant win for Alex Fletcher, passed at the white flag. But he's going to get it here at Talladega. A last lap lead change. It's all Alex Fletcher. It's just him. No one around him to the checkered flag. It's a different ending at Talladega. Alex Fletcher, with help from lap traffic, wins the R11 at the Talladega Superspeedway.
Wow.
See them trying to shuffle around the 30 and the 18 as they definitely played the biggest impact of this race that anyone did. I mean, if those drivers just held their lines like they did, we could have gotten around them just fine, but biggest train of thought as a lap car is hold your lane and don't make erratic moves, and that's kind of what Jennifer Buford did right there. She was in the middle and then moved straight down to the bottom, and I thought the 16 was going to clip her and it was going to be a massive crash in front of the field. We're lucky that didn't happen because that was some pretty interesting thoughts there by the lap cars, especially with a race victory in the line for some drivers, and it helped Alex Fletcher for sure. He gets the victory lane here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings. Here's how they finished in the R11 at the Talladega Superspeedway. 1 caution flag for 2 laps and 5 lead changes, 5 different drivers. The one who led the most laps of 7, Alex Fletcher, reigned supreme, and it's a very different ending for him. He won by 1.2 seconds. You don't normally see that at a Superspeedway, but with lap traffic, he's able to pull away from the pack and never look back. Second place, Mathis Wells, has definitely got to be maybe the most angry of the drivers that got held up by lap traffic as he was making a move. He was actually race leader into turn number 1 when the 18 of Jennifer Buford blocked him off. Anthony Hernandez gets 3rd, 4th place Jake Richardson, and Tommy Fletcher Jr. rounds at the top 5 to 77. Landon Dinkins gets 6th, DJ Reed 7th, Justin Zeidel, Colin Teague from last, and Brett Sierra from pole gets 10th position. They have Massatall, Jose Mills, bronze to make the new points there with a 13th place finish. Landon Lyons, Casey Naneko, Riley Spurtube, Sebastian Kukulon, Max Anderson, Levi Jones, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. round out the top 20. Some of these drivers down here, a lot of them were ones that got kind of destroyed by lap traffic there. Entering turn number 1, Keyshawn Richardson 21st, Taylor Bryan Price, Luke Rainey led 5 laps, but he gets 23rd. Eli Bright and Mason Baskers was inside the top 3 when we caught lap traffic, but he gets 25th. Just think about that. You're second or third in turn number 1, and then you come back around to the checkered flag and you're 25th, all because of lap traffic. Alex Turner just below him, Colton Yo, Jay Jefferson, Zachary DeLello, Hunter, Michael Gregory, Fenway, Lloyd, Code Red, Jeff Bright. These cars off the pace like Jake Gowey, John Smith, Sebastian Dupain. One lap down for Jennifer Buford and McDowell were the ones that were severely off pace and out of the race. Eric Olson and Trey Rain did not want to be a lap car here today. They just took their cars to the garage and said, we're done with it. Let's now go see the point standings.
After the very controversial race here at Talladega, we have a new points leader. It is the 42 of Bronson Minnick. He was able to finish, it was probably close to 10 positions above Luke Rainey there, so not a good day for Luke, but he's still in second, only 21 points behind. Followed in third place by the 16 of Mathis Wells, the 22 Levi Jones, and top 5 in points is the 59 of Zachary Fitzwater. Sixth place is the 1 of Jay Jefferson, followed by the 2 of Colin Teague. 24 is Zachary DeLello, 21 of Anthony Hernandez, and in 10th for points, it is the 40 of Jose Mills. 11th is the 6 of Landon Dinkins, followed by the 64 of Evan Hunters and 92 of Lyons. The 30 of Zeidel. 18, Jennifer Buford, and the 55 is Colton Yo, and 16th in points. 47 is Toll, 99 of DJ Reed, 18th. 77 of Fletcher Jr. is 19th, and rounding out the top 20 in points is Code Red.
Right now, after 11 races, after our first Superspeedway swing race, 2 wildcard spots go to Landon Lyons and DJ Reed. They're currently scored 13th and 18th in points, and the only winners that are from 11th to 20th in the point standings. We look down here and you see some more winners. Dupain and Riley Spurtube just outside 21st and 22nd. They're 1 and 5 points back respectively of the top 20. Adam McDowell and Alex Fletcher winning today. Fletcher now up to 32nd, McDowell down to 31st after his bad day, Jeff Bright down to 38th after his bad day, and even down lower, Jake Gowey, Danny Lloyd, Taylor Bryan Price, Trevor, and those are some big names at the bottom of the points. Look down, you see Michael Gregory is a Cup champion, Jeff Bright has won so many championships, Jake Gowey's a Target champion, Danny Lloyd's done really well in the Target Series, Trey Rainey, a big veteran, and these drivers are down at the bottom of the points. Just shows how hard this season has been for these drivers and how heartbreaking it's been for some of them as well. 11 races in, and the next Super Speedway race we'll go to is at the Pensacola International Speedway for the Napa Auto Parts 300. We will see you guys then.